Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World. Today we're making this cute little handbag type gift box. It uses the half of craft pillow box. Just simply cut one in half. The measure 5 inches from point to point. So cut it off 2.5 inches and you get this. So you have a wee opening at both sides, and we're just going to close this up and turn it into this cute little baskety type gift bag. It holds about 5 of those wee mint chocolates if you're wanting to pop some of those in, or you can put in like wee sweetie treats that kids would eat normally, wee fizzy sweets and stuff. You could stack those in. But either way, it's a really cute wee bag, and it involves hand stamping, which I like to design your own paper, which is what we've done here. And it just means you're getting more use out of your stamp set, so why not? For this one, I have this one cut in half already. You're going to need a piece of Whisper White for your stamping, and it needs to measure 6.5 by, I think this is 1.5. I had made a slightly bigger bag, but I want to get 2 out of a box. I'm really mean. So 1.5 inches is enough depth for your band. And the stamp set that I'm using is Beautiful Bouquet, because it simply has beautiful tiny little stamps that are perfect for making your own background paper. It is to make up a lovely bouquet, and it does make a lovely bouquet because you get the dies and you cut all these out. But for using wee individual stamps for background, it's perfect. The size is just perfect. So that's what I'm using. So we're going to start off this wee stamp before I remove it. This is the one that I used to make the handles, and I've went ahead and cut it and pre-stamped it because it is a wee bit slow to do. So this is how it was cut. This will be your inner circle. So you start off with a full circle and you cut with your biggest die, and then you go down 2 sizes and you just run it through your die cutter at once, and you're left with this out of the center, which is perfect for the front of your bag. And then you're left with this full circle, which I folded in half and cut, so you have 2 handles. And this is simply the wee stamp that I've used along with soft suede, and we'll just finish it now that we have it here, just to show you how quick and simple. This wee stamp comes from here, and it just worked out perfect for the size of the wee handle. So just simply ink it up, and we're just placing it as you go along. Just place it like you're using the wee line of stitching or the wee scallop, whichever you prefer, and follow it along. And just, you don't need to be real careful. I wanted to get these fairly close together. The last wee bag I kept them apart, but I think I prefer the closer up one. But it's up to you how much time you want to spend on it. So simply do that. Work your way around. Just stamp and dip and keep that going until you get to the end. And you're just tilting your stamp slightly to take in the curve as you go. It's very therapeutic stamping because you're just repeating. You haven't really to think about it. Just ink, repeat. And I think it makes 2 nice wee handles. So that's that one done. We'll leave that and we'll do our stamping for this. Well, actually, we're going to wrap it around. Center it so that it's sitting in the center of your piece of card roughly, and just gently wrap it round. Same on that side till you're happy. Squeeze those and then take it off, and when you're setting it down, just make sure that's all lined up, that you're not running off, that it's all lined up top and bottom, and then just use your bone folder to give it a wee score. Same at this side. Just make sure that you're happy with it. Seems to be fine. And crease it. Make sure your bone folder's clean. Add a wee bit of wet glue along here, and we're just going to close that up. Whoops, a daisy, where are you going? So that should fit onto your We'll just try it now. We're not keeping it on there. It's just so that it'll slide up for you. It's not going to go anywhere once you've the box closed, but it gives it a lovely wee band. So now we just need to decorate it. And I'm starting off with lovely Highland Heather. Again, the choices are up to you. You decide what works nicely with your stamps. And we're going to go with our biggest flower, it's this wee one. And you can see it has a wee tail on it, which shows when you're cutting using your die cutter, that tells you where to put your die cut. But we have just hand cut any that we're going to use today, which means you don't necessarily need to buy the die cuts. You know, if your pocket doesn't stretch that far, then you're not going to lose out. So just stamp that here and there. And remember that you're filling it in with a wee bit of Granny Apple Green stamping. So it doesn't need to be totally filled. And stamp off as well, so that you're just getting part, which really adds to the look of it, I think. And just do the back as well. And I'm trying to do one right over the top of that, so it looks joint, though you're not going to see it anyway. It's a cute wee stamp, this. Perfect little daisy. So that's enough of that one. So we're going to leave that one and go on to our next wee one, which is this wee kind of star splashed one. And we're going to do it in the Granny Apple Green. Just to add a wee bit of contrast to the colours and lift it a wee bit. You could go all monochromatic if you want. Entirely up to you. So just stamp that here and there in between. And again, off stamp a few of them. And that just fills in your gaps. And you can see how quick and easy it is to do. Flip it over and do this side. And if you find yourself getting a bit inky, use your chamois to clean that away. Don't carry on and then end up like this. There, exactly what I don't want you to do is get ink on the end of your card. I should have cleaned that off. I'm really bold. My chamois sitting right beside me and I didn't bother. So if you do find with constant inking you can get a wee bit too much ink, so just use your chamois to wipe that off in between and just continue on stamping. Kind of ruined that, but I might slip it off later. I'm not going to do it now. Where else needs one? Maybe pop one in there and that'll do us. So our last bit of stamping will be for the sentiment here, and we're going to do that with, should have left that open. We're doing the sentiment. I couldn't have picked a better friend than you, and then with 3 wee flowers and a bit of leaf stamping to do. So get your sentiment and ink it up with the soft suede just to tie it in with your craft box. I'm making that up well because this is a wee spot that I've been using, and it's well and truly used now, but I'm using it right to the end. So stamp that, leaving yourself a wee bit at the top for your bow and then a wee bit at the bottom for your flowers and leaves. So we'll put our leaf stamp on now. And we're just going to stamp a leaf at either side of the typing, but slightly down so that you're going to cover the end of it with your flowers. So just pop one there. One there. I'll turn that one round and go this way. And that should be all our stamping done. And I have 3 wee flowers already stamped and cut out, and I have a bit of DSP on the back. So we're just going to pop those on. Start with your center one, so that you know that's where you're going to bounce the other 2 from. So one at either side, and just slightly tuck that one under. And the same with the other one, slightly tuck it under. And there you have it, and we just need our wee bit of linen. So if you just form 2 wee bunny ears, not too big, and use them to tie a wee knot. That should give you a nice wee bow, or use your bow tire, which I normally do. So just jiggle about to get it the right size, not too big. You hold it up against your thing, you'll know if it looks right. So we'll just chop those off. Ooh, we skipped a wee bit left. And we'll just put a wee bit of glue there in your centerpiece there. Or use your glue dot. Glue dots would be quicker at this stage for holding it. And hold that there. And hope that it takes while we're working over here. And you can trim off those bows if they're too big. So what you want to do now is pop this on. And it's just going to sit in the middle. Just slightly down. I'm keeping it down a wee bit till we get our handles on. So put a little bit of glue on the edge of your handles. Both sides, just a line. See that okay? Just one line. And we're just going to set one on at a time. Just slightly leave your wee scallop slightly off, and we're just on there no more, about one of your stamped marks, just so that it's catching. And then this one will bow slightly, so try and keep it the same. Give it a good press. Hopefully that will take. If not, remember to use your wee clothes pegs to hold it in place if you're not happy. Again, do the other wee thing and shut it all here, just a line and a line. And do that on the opposite side. Line it up as best you can with the same wee scallop again at the outside there. Give it a good press. Oops, stay please. Just needs a wee bit of time to take. Generally is pretty quick, this glue, which is why I like using it. I'm giving it a good press here. What do you think? Has it taken? Look, it seems to have. Fingers crossed it stays there. Now, the bottom we want to pop in. Pop that in. I'm putting the finger part, it has a wee dent. I'm putting it on the inside because I don't really need it, but it's not necessary, you know, just whatever way suits you best. And I'm leaving the nice no join at the back, and we're turning it around. We're going to cover this join with our sentiment, and to do that we're going to put 2 larger dimensionals on there just to give it a good grip. Don't necessarily want to put dimensionals out here because it's curved and we don't want it to curve around. I just want it sitting straight. So get that. Oops. And just line it up so that it's central to you both. And press it on. And that's your wee box done. And you can trim off those if they're a bit long looking. And that gives you a lovely wee box, which you can pack up with your wee treats. Perfect for giving to a wee friend. And next week I'm actually going to do a wee stamped card. So you'll see that in the blog, a wee stamped card to match it. This one was the bigger version I made. I had a box that I had trimmed down to about 3 inches, I think that one is. But it seemed such a waste to get only one packet. Yeah, that would be 2.5 inches actually. But you don't want to be wasting your things. Why not cut them in 2 and get 2 out of it if you're not going to use them the way they are? I think they make lovely wee pockets, lovely sitting at a craft table, at a craft fair or just to give out as wee gifts. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's pretty quick and it's only 2 circles getting cut and it covers everything for you, and that wee stamp set is great for the tiny flowers. So I'll have all details down below, and remember, if you spend during celebration up to £45, you get to pick a lovely free set like the meerkats or the happy birthday to you cake. There's just some beautiful, beautiful sets. So be sure and treat yourself before it's all over. Bye.